Tonight, from Dallas, Texas, a city known for its art and culture, Dallas Music Network is bringing great Texas artists to the spotlight. We're streaming on social media and on all TV streaming devices on Two Stage TV. If you like what you see, your tax-deductible donation can help us continue to bring great Dallas musicians to the world. Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by a generous gift from Timothy R. Wallace. And now, Dallas Music Network presents The Spotlight.
Welcome back to Dallas Music Network. I'm Emmeline.
And I'm Joel.
And we are so excited to bring you a brand new episode of The Spotlight. Tonight's artists are 5 incredibly talented young gentlemen who are going to rock your socks off. I mean, how great are they?
They're incredible, really.
Can't wait for you guys to see this. Without any further ado, please welcome to the show, TKB.
Okay, Chris, I hear you. Yeah. That's kind of funky over this. That's how TKB does it, though. That's how TKB does it. Okay, Chris, I like that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna teach y'all something real quick. All the people at home, it's real easy to do. I'm gonna count down. 1, 2, 3, huh! Whoa! Okay. Come on. This is how TKB does it, baby. Whoa! Okay, so have you ever been with a player? I'll take you downtown with a treat me like the mayor. Take you to the crib, we can take it upstairs. What's upstairs? Then I'ma show you later. Don't need a spatula, everything's catered. Extra flavor, go ahead, sprinkle some triple bunch of mashed potatoes. I'm gonna love you. If you won't let me back, you only get what you get. No, ain't you heard it? Come on, sing it. I don't ask for much. I really don't, girl. I just want what's fair. Come here, yeah. Fire and desire, baby. Woo! All you gotta do is, 'cause I deserve to be with somebody as fly as me. Somebody this fly, and you deserve to be seen with somebody as fly as me. Somebody this fly. Hit you with the chip talk. 1, 2, 3. Go TKB, smooth like a Mac, float like a butterfly in every single track. But when the only language that I speak, yo, is back. So what has been this game to you? I ain't get it back. Hauling at you from a 1977 Monte Carlo. Hard act to follow. It's your turn, trying to boo you up like it's the Apollo. You watch the bishop, looking down on business. You and me together, ooh, it's something different. Come on, singing. I don't ask for much. I really don't, girl. I just want what's fair. Come here. Woo! All you gotta do is, hey, I deserve to be with somebody as fly as me. Oh, with a body this fly, and you
Welcome back to Dallas Music Network. We are here with the Kid Brothers, TKB. How's it going, friends?
It is going awesome. It is going great. Lovely afternoon.
I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm so glad you could come play. We featured your Lava Cantina show on the update, so our viewers hopefully are pretty familiar with you by now. But for those who aren't familiar, can we just go down the line and have you guys introduce yourselves?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm the drummer for TKB.
I'm Sean Andrew Blue, and I'm 12 years old, and I'm the guitar player for TKB.
I'm Eddie Jr., and I'm the lead vocalist for the Kid Brothers.
I'm Alex. I'm the bassist for the Kid Brothers.
And I'm David, and I'm the piano player for the Kid Brothers.
So, you guys have sort of an interesting origin story. You didn't get together the way most bands get together. Can you tell us how you guys came together? How did TKB form?
Well, I met these two in a Hairspray musical in middle school. I was Link, he was Seaweed,
CJ Stubbs.
and he was the most important role of the play. He was the guy who said 2 words. This guy's my little brother, and this man we met at Guitar Center. Fun fact, though, that we love to tell everybody is these two, when we met, never touched an instrument in their life. We are all self-taught, so that's how they learned.
I did play the recorder, 4th grade.
Recorder, but
So, I mean, I had a little expertise.
when
The
they
recorder and the bass are very similar.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, very.
They're both wind instruments.
It's not true.
That's how that works.
when they chose what instrument they played, they kind of just flipped a coin, you know?
Oh yeah, it was the, okay, so that's actually even funnier. Short story made even shorter. This little guy right here did not even want to go to our first ever quote unquote band practice. My mom had to force us to go. On top of that, we didn't know which instrument we wanted to play. So I just let him choose first. He took about like a long time to choose his, but he ended up going with the keyboard, and I chose the bass guitar, of course, and the rest is history.
Everybody out there watching right now, just want y'all to know that TKB goes by one rule, and that one rule is moving and grooving no matter what. We keep on doing what we do and playing our music because we like to dance. Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, hey! Hey girl, let me show you what's happening. Everyone's dancing, everyone's dancing. I know that I want you so bad. Show me what you do. Hey girl, let me skip the romancing, to the romancing, to the romancing. I know the love is that we can tonight is just us two. Hey, you got me going insane. Something I can explain. Got me going like, got me going, got me going. Come on, dance. Yes, come on, dance. Oh, come on, dance. Oh, let's dance together. So come on, dance. Yes, come on, dance. No, let's dance. Come on. Hey, girl, looking pretty for me, pretty for me, pretty for me. I know that I want you dearly, want you dearly, want you dearly. I know that you want me to. What else is there for me to do? Yeah. Oh, hey, you got me going insane. Something I can explain. Got me going like, got me going, got me going. Come on, dance. Yes, come on, dance. Oh, come on, dance. Oh, let's dance together. Just come on, dance. Oh, come on, dance. Yeah. Oh, come on. Come on, dance. Dance with me now. Dance with me now. We can dance together. So come on, dance. Dance with me now. We can dance together. Hey, you got me going insane. Something I can explain. Got me going, got me going, got me going. You got me going insane. Something I can explain. Come on. 'cause I'm not much of a romancer, and I don't wanna waste your time, no. But I'm still lost up in your eyes, yeah. And I'm still lost up in your eyes, oh. But I still want you to be mine, yeah, yeah. 'Cause baby, I just need an answer, 'cause I'm not much of a romancer. Give it to me, darling. Yeah, yeah. Give me that one thing. Yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
So you guys have come a long way from two guys who didn't want to come to band practice to a band that is touring.
Yeah.
Did you realize what a big commitment it was going to be when you started?
No, actually, that whole thing was a huge struggle for us because in the beginning, my little brother here, David, he played football, right? And I was not only in tennis, but also was doing theater at the same time. And how many times conflicts clash where I had to choose where to go, which one to commit to. Same with him, that was always a big thing, but what both of us really narrowed us our time to, as of now, is the band, you know? We realized that's where our passion lies, that's where we have the most fun, and we just ended up coming together as a band to kind of like share the story with that, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, thank you.
So you guys have been playing together for a while now. You've had some really big wins this year. You got to play Lava Cantina, you've got music videos coming out. Lots of exciting stuff going on. How has that journey been for you? Have you just stepped into success gladly? What has that been like?
It's been rough, but there's always good parts in every rough story. Like I said before, we didn't really start with any musical prodigy parents or prodigies by itself. We all learned from YouTube. We all are self-taught. Yeah, I wasn't the greatest singer when I was younger, but you know, we learn.
On top of all that, not only did we not get the most professional lessons, even if we wanted to, we couldn't really afford those kind of lessons, right?
Those schools are heck expensive.
Yeah, we actually, in the beginning of what is now TKP, we went from school to school wanting to find what catered to our needs, because at that moment we knew we wanted to be on top. We wanted to be playing Madison Square Garden, all the biggest performance you could think of, but the closest thing we could find is 30-minute lessons for 3 times as much as it should cost, and we just figured,
Once a week.
exactly, but learning it our way, the way we wanted to, was the most efficient way, and it's gotten us to where we are now.
So what I hear you guys saying is that really, rather than putting in 30 minutes once a week in a studio, you guys put in a lot of time, like in your bedrooms, in your garage, hanging out, you know, as a
3 times
band.
a week for 2 hours, and that's just all of us together.
It gets
But
hot in the
separate,
garage.
it's like every single day.
And the journey's still going, to be honest. We've come so far, like from where we were, but we have yet to even scratch the surface on how far we can become and how big we can become. And it's kind of crazy because we talk about, oh, how rough it was, like, oh, we couldn't afford these classes and stuff. But as we start going towards different places, things start getting a little pricey, you know?
Yeah.
So like, the problems start bringing more and more, but there's always good sides to every part. We have so many memories we've made. We recently came back from Ohio, actually.
Yeah.
We were there for 4 days, and it felt like we were there for a week. How
Yeah.
much we were working.
It felt longer.
But the memories you make on trips like that, you can't really replace them, to be honest. It was during our spring break, so we were like, yay, we get to spend Ohio, and we get to spend our spring break in Ohio when it's
I was
snowing.
screaming vacation,
The
like
whole
I was so
time.
excited. So while
I was like,
you have kids that we know over in Florida, over in California, Disney World this, spring beaches that, it's snowing, it's Ohio, we're in the studio working until 5 a.m. on an original, and we're just trying to get our craft down, and we're just trying to put out the best music we possibly can.
Noted that we got at the studio at like 11.
At the studio,
Like 11 a.m.?
a.m.
Wow, so that's almost a full 24 hours in the
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah, it is.
That bonds you though. You guys spend a lot of time together now.
Yeah.
So some of you actually are family,
Yeah.
but it sounds like you've really become one family unit over the course
You
of
could say that we're brothers.
I see these
Kid
people.
brothers?
The
Kid brothers, yeah.
I see these people more than I see some of my actual family who live in different states. I see these people like every day, basically. Even when we don't have practice, they're there just hanging out. We have sleepovers. We spend the night. We just go hang out. We went to not too long ago. We went to Pinstack.
Yeah.
Just for the heck of it. We were just like, you know what? We spent enough time with each other anymore. Let's go spend some more. And so we went bowling, and I beat everybody. Just letting you know.
With that in mind,
a
with
low-key
that in
brag
mind, that's
there.
not to say that we
Low-key flex, I see.
all of us are not lovey-dovey. We're happy, loving brothers. I think David knows it the best.
You know, it's just. I think it's all part of being a brotherhood. That's most important. First things first. There's gonna be arguments here and there. We see each other the most of like every day, and some people, not saying who, can get a bit irritating as a younger brother might be. But at the end, I love it. I love seeing these guys. These guys are my family.
It sounds like you guys have really formed a brotherhood. And like you said, you know, you spend the most time with each other out of any of your family, any of your friends. You guys really get a chance to not only make music together, but see each other's ups, see each other's downs, and celebrate those together, right? So for our viewers who are super excited about TKB, what's the next thing happening for you guys? What's the next thing we can watch for?
Dang, the next thing. There's a lot of next things going on for us.
So I would say we have some more originals we're in the works right now. We're trying to get released, and a lot more of like writing music as well. And we're gonna put some more material out for the fans because they're ready to hear it.
We've slowly transitioned from doing less covers, and then we started to write more of our own material. We have a couple songs out, like Sorry Mom, and the music video, which you should go watch. Thank you to everyone who's already watched it, because it has hit 100,000 views.
Crazy.
Over 100,000 views.
Yeah, welcome to the
like
100K club, guys.
Yeah.
I think so. Make sure you go watch that and get it to 200,000. That'd be amazing.
But to kind of like put more emphasis on what Chris was saying, he said we've been working on a lot more originals, and the best thing about that is the events that we have actually coming up. We have a couple in April. We have one in Pennsylvania actually. That's gonna be awesome. I always forget what it's called.
Launch Music Fest.
Launch Music Fest, and we actually right before Launch Music Fest, or is this different? Well, we have Main Street Fest as well.
Oh,
and the thing with this is we have, with these events so close together, we're actually having to drive right after one event. And that was the biggest thing. We were scared that we were gonna have to actually cancel an event here. This music fest that we're in had been 2 years in the making, right?
Wow.
Because of the coronavirus, right? As everyone knows, sadly got canceled for safety reasons, which we completely agree with. But we were so hyped and excited to realize that 2022 was the year it was coming back. But with that came another problem, which was an event right after that one.
Literally the day after.
And it took a lot of brain power and thinking to realize how we're gonna get there. And what we ended up coming with is we're gonna have to drive right after 2 different vans straight to the other event, and like it's cutting it close. So we're going from literally one event, driving to another, and performing at that event. So
To be honest,
awesome.
yeah.
And to be honest, some of the gigs that we still have coming up, I'm gonna be real, we have no idea how we're gonna pull them off, how we're gonna get to the gigs, because there's some gigs that are like 14, 15 hours away. So we have one in Orlando.
Hey!
Yeah.
No clue how we're gonna do that one.
Especially with the gas prices going up.
But it's going to be insane. It's going to be insanely crazy to see how we pull some of these things off, and I'm super excited about it.
But that's what I hear you guys saying, right? Is that when you really want something, when you really love it, you make the sacrifice of tennis, make the sacrifice of theater, you really focus, right? You make the sacrifice of spending hours and hours together and in your room just honing your craft. And it sounds like you guys are really committed to making sure each of these shows happens for the fans at home.
Very.
Yeah, we try to be every second. We try to live by our code, you know.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you, but it doesn't matter how far the drive is, you know.
How much it costs.
We try our very best to.
Every performance in April, the drive gets longer and longer.
Heck yeah.
15 hours all the way up to 17 hours.
So TKB loves you so much that they're willing to spend their whole month of April in a car for you.
Very
Yeah.
much. That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah, word for word.
So for everybody at home who's watching, who's thinking, gosh, these guys are so cool, I love their music, where's the best place for them to check you out?
Well, you can find this on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all social media platforms.
In fact, do you guys see that? I think I see the thing that says where to follow us. Somewhere there. Editor man, help us out. Or lady,
One of these
help us out
things.
with.
Point right here or right here or right here.
You can follow us at The Kid Brothers. Even on Apple Music, if you want to hear some of our stuff.
Can you even
Exactly.
follow on Apple Music? We don't
Who
know.
knows? But if you're not much
Try
of
it,
a
though.
follower, liker, then please listen to our music. We have a
Subscribe.
lot out right now. Apple Music, iTunes, all the good stuff. So
Everything you can think of is there.
Think.
And not only listen to our material, but also share as well.
that'd be awesome.
Please share it.
Please help these little kids out. You know, like, we're trying to make it out in a world so big. We just want to spread our message and our love. You know.
TKB, thank you so much for stopping by Dallas
course.
Music Network. It's such a pleasure to have you guys to hear you play, and we've got more from TKB coming up next.
Thank you for having
you
us.
very much.
Thank you.
It was fun.
He said he loves you so much, dear. Oh, oh, oh. He said wipe away all your tears. Oh, oh, oh. And even though he tells you lies, your love for him just never dies. And even though he's not the right one, your love for him is never done. Come on! And I wish I was sinning, I'm tired of sinning, I wish and I wish and I wish I was him, oh I wish I was with you, knowing the truth, and I wish and I wish and I wish I was with you. Sit in the corner of my room. Thinking of the bad stuff he might do to you. Even though I'm always here, you never love me, and that's what I feel. Even though he's not the right one,
Hi, I'm your host, Emmeline, and I'm so excited to be back with you here at Dallas Music Network because we have with us the parents of TKB. How are you guys doing?
Hello,
We're
hello.
good, we're
Thank
good.
you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for having
having
us.
Of course. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for letting us sneak you in front of the camera. Do you mind introducing yourselves to our friends at home?
Yeah, I'm Eddie Sr. because Eddie's a vocalist.
And I'm Olivia, and I am band mom to the Kid Brothers.
That's awesome. You guys have been the primary support for the Kid Brothers, driving the bands, helping them get food, making sure they eat, making sure they get from gig to gig, making sure nobody kills anybody else.
Yes.
Is that a role into which you stepped pretty organically?
I believe so. It feels like it pretty much has been happening overnight because Sean and Eddie are our birth kids, right? But we're parents, band parents to the rest of them, it feels like. And so having everybody there at the home and having all the rehearsals there and just being hands-on is why organically is just like the right thing to do.
Yeah, so it sounds like it really kind of grew in a very organic, basic way. Like they were coming over for band rehearsals, and then as things started to grow and as you all saw the drive that the boys were experiencing, you were sort of able to step in and support them in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you just said, it just started snowballing effect, and what it is today. We had no clue. We still don't have a clue. Don't think it's the other way around. We have no clue what's happening. I do know, and I can see it and sense it, that it's a snowball effect. And trust me, every day it just changes.
It's a different story every day.
It's just growing. And
Whether
growing.
it's a new booking or a new song, a new set of wardrobe that I have to piece together. Every day is something new, something different, and it's very exciting. It's very exciting, never a dull day. You never know who's gonna have a bad day, you never know who's gonna have a good day. So yeah, it's just been an awesome, awesome journey so far.
That's so cool. So you said wardrobe. Does
Yes.
that mean you act as the band stylist?
I do, and I absolutely love it, and I have so much fun with it. And over the years, it's just been so awesome to see the guys grow and see what their personalities are. And I started off by dressing them all the same. I'm like, no, I'm not kind of feeling that. They're all different. And from like Alex with his quirkiness and funky socks to Sean, and he's a forever like rocker kid, right? And even Eddie, he's kind of real suave and conservative. So like I've been having so much fun with their wardrobe, and they're happy with it, so that makes me happy. And then when everybody else says that they're happy, that they look good, I'm like, okay.
You're like, well, thank you.
It's a serious
Yeah.
business.
It for sure is.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were talking, I think, backstage about how much stage presence they have as a group. And some of that is style. Some of that is how they walk into it and the confidence with which they step on stage. And, you know, it comes from clothes, too.
It does,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. You can tell when they're like feeling themselves, and you know, like
They
they're
definitely
feeling
approve
good.
their wardrobe, so
Yeah.
it definitely has to be like.
I have a
they
saying to
like.
them that I tell them, like, okay, look good, feel good, smell good, right? And that's going on stage and off stage, because when it's time to be like do meet and greets, I'm like, you don't smell good. And so like I usually have like a bottle of something when they come off stage, and I'm like, oh, you need some more, right? So it's a little thing that we just kind of collectively get going, little,
Yeah.
you know, little things like that that just makes it so much fun.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Look good, feel good, smell good.
Yeah, look
Good
good,
advice
feel
for
good,
all of
smell
us.
good. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So you all act as band parents. You provide the support. You're there at every gig, but you also run your own business.
We do.
We do.
What
yes.
has that juggling act been like?
It's been a challenge, and again, this is changing every day. And the busier they get, the tougher it becomes for us, and juggling just becomes every day more and more complicated. it'll give me a headache if I try explaining to you how many gigs they have between now and July.
27 days. Oh, well, the
Well,
nearest one.
yeah, you know, it'll, because there's not possibly any days left to go to work, you know, after all of that. But somehow, some way, we'll figure it out.
So you have a business that won neighborhood favorite. So it's not even a small business.
It's a small.
It's a small business, yeah.
It's a small business with great heart and great
It is,
acclaim. That's a
definitely.
beautiful
Thank
thing.
you.
Can you tell our followers what it is that you guys do?
It's just a small home remodel business, contractor business. Yeah.
So do you, when you're driving to gigs, is one of you working on the laptop?
Oh, that's all day. That doesn't stop. It's cell phone, laptop, iPads, whatever. She's
Yes.
not stop.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Even when we're at work and he's like, oh, can you pass me the hammer?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, hold on. All right. And I'm like, oh, I'm
That's
responding
so
to an
good.
email. He's like, can you hold that 2x4? I'm like, we just
Oh,
got an
yeah.
email and I need to respond to
That's-
this right now.
That's not a
So
joke. That is
it's-
serious. I could be on a ladder and she'll be halfway up the ladder with an email responding to an
Yeah.
email.
Yeah,
Wow.
right. Because whether it's a booking or an audition, because Sean and Eddie are also actors, you know, that stuff you have to respond right away to confirm and just to, you know, get the script out to the guys because they only have a matter of 24 hours sometimes to do a complete turnaround for an audition.
Wow.
So like time is of the essence. As is
sure.
building someone's patio, but you know, that's
Yeah, so you have multiple things that run on tight deadlines.
yeah.
Were
yeah.
they acting before the band?
It
The
kind of
band-
happened at the same
The
time.
band, yes, the actual band,
Right.
but they were acting and doing music at the same time. I mean, Sean Jr. were 4 or 6 years old, you know, and they started doing the little photo shoots and acting classes and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, the band itself, that happened here in Texas about
Yeah.
6-7 years ago now.
But now the rest of the band is also rolling into that because, truth be told, just a few days ago, David got his first booking for a photo shoot.
Paid
yeah,
booking.
David. Yeah, so he
Paid booking for
he
David.
did amazing. So he was a model for the day, and so yeah,
And we
yeah.
can't talk about the project.
Top secret, right?
Yeah.
NDAs. The first thing we
NDAs
walked in, they're like,
for
"Here's your
days.
NDA." I'm like,
That's really
got it.
neat, though.
Yeah, so it's kind of transpired and, you know, rolled off onto the rest of the band. And it goes hand in hand because when you're on stage, you're acting and you have a certain presence that you need to carry and, you know, being true to yourself and all of that good stuff. So it just goes hand in hand with each other, I think.
For sure, and becoming comfortable in those entertainment environments.
Oh, yeah, because it wasn't always easy for them, you know, like they all went through their awkward stages and some of them are still in their awkward stages. And so seeing them go through that, like in the public eye, like I feel with like all the other, you know, child entertainers out in the world, like seeing it, it's not easy. I couldn't do what they're doing.
Neither could
There's no way that I could do what they're
And we
doing.
tell them that all the time.
Yeah.
And for that reason, like we
Definitely.
try to go easy on them, like, you know, like, hey, you know, do some more crowd engagement. But then I'm like, man, I couldn't do crowd engagement. So like, it's hard to tell them to do something that I wouldn't do or couldn't do as good as they do,
Fun
as
fact.
well as they do it.
Fun fact, we don't do a lot of these interviews. We try to stay away from them as much as possible.
This is the
Very glad
first.
that you agreed to
But
come
we
join
really
us
like
here.
you guys.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that.
This is the first
Especially
one
me.
ever. Yeah.
She could be on camera, but I'm way far behind
So
behind
what,
the camera.
what makes you guys feel like you need to stay on the other side of the camera?
Because I personally feel like this is their time. This is their
Yeah.
spotlight. This
Yeah.
is their moment. You know,
Sure.
bottom line is I'm here for support.
Yeah.
And there's no need for, in my opinion, for me to be videoed. But so we try to stay away from it.
That's
Yeah, I agree with that. It's not about us. You know, we try to do everything we can for the boys, for the band, love them all dearly, and we don't want to take away from that because their odds are so minimal, right? Like it's tough out there. It's hard, and being, you know, the background that we have isn't really in the industry itself. So any type of, you know, spotlight that they can get, we don't want to take from it because it's about them.
That's really beautiful that you guys feel that way.
Now we'll build you a
you.
set, but we won't be in the set.
Yes.
That's a good skill to have.
Right.
We may call you about that. As long as it's not near the airport.
Right.
That's our
Right.
one stipulation at this point. You say that neither one of you are musical, but you do have a musical background because your father has a history in the entertainment business. Can you tell us a little bit about
Yes,
Olivia's
yes,
dad.
my dad. So he is known, or was known, because he recently passed. He was known as the pioneer of música norteña. And you know, he has a few gold records, gold albums, and many albums. So I think it bypassed us and went to the guys, to the boys.
Skipped a generation.
Yeah, but he was a pioneer of música norteña.
His name was Joe Flores, El Avileño.
Yes.
Just in case you understood what I said.
Yeah.
Some of his music is on YouTube.
A lot of
so
it is.
you can, you know, if you want to listen to some of his stuff, it's oldies, you know,
It's in the
compared to
60s.
now. But
A lot of classic stuff
yeah,
on there.
I think it came from him. And then we lived with him for a few years. So my dad would always talk to them and they would, you know, have his guitar and they would engage in that sense. And so I think they pulled a little bit from him.
So his legacy lives on.
For sure, Sean and Junior's first chords were from your dad, I remember.
Right.
At that point, he was older already, so he couldn't move his hand that much, but he would try and show them some chords.
Wow.
And their first chords, they started doing that. Funny story is, then, at that point, Sean used to drag around a little Toys R Us type of guitar, you know, a little toy.
Yeah.
And then one day, I used to travel for work. I came home, and I hear Sean playing something that sounded like music to me. I said, wait a second, what are you doing? And he said, oh, Grandpa showed me this. And he was probably 5 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I remember I had another out-of-state trip, and on my way back, I picked up it was a little guitar. It's still a kid guitar, but it was an electric guitar. And again, I went back to work, you know, came back, and he was playing some kind of like rock and roll on an electric guitar. So at that point, we're like, okay, we got to do something.
Yeah.
Because they were starting to play.
And it was so funny because Sean would attempt to sing, and my dad would tell him, Sean, just stick to the guitar. Yeah, so, but now he's actually growing into his voice as well.
Junior used to do the singing, even
yeah,
then.
Yeah.
In the car, he would do the singing, and Sean would try to play.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So they've grown into their talents
Yeah.
over the years because they work on their craft every single day.
Same thing applies for Junior. We were driving. This is about the same time we took your dad to the mountains and to look at the snow and play in the snow and whatnot. And we're driving back, and we still have the video of Junior singing a Christmas song, "Little Toy Trains."
Yes,
right.
that's the one.
And I heard vibrato in the song, and he was just chilling, you know, just singing it. Nobody asked him to sing it, and I remember recording it, and I said, "Wait a second, do that again." And he did it again. And he kept doing the vibrato in it, so that's when I recorded it. We still have it, and every time it comes up in the memories, we share it.
Oh, that's
It's so
really
funny.
neat.
Yeah, that was literally the first song.
I was
He
like,
must have been
are
7.
you sure we didn't hit a bump? Because you know, like when you're singing, you go,
Maybe he had
and
a
I'm
burp
like,
or something.
No, and he sang it again. I'm like, that's not in the bump. That was, yes, that's where he found
So
his
they
voice.
kind of both did it for some reason. I don't know. Being around Grandpa, I guess. I'm not sure.
But it sounds like the drive for this has really come from them.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely. Like I mentioned earlier, they make our job really, really easy, even though it's not. They make our job really, really easy because they are so driven, and we don't have to, you know, remind them to, you know, practice their guitar or learn something new. Like every day, 23 and a half hours a day, because it seems like they don't sleep. There's always music in there's always music in the background. There's always a guitar playing. There's always singing. There's always, you know, Sean on the piano or at the studio. Half of our living room is a studio. So they're just always doing something to better themselves, and it just comes from them.
Yeah.
So they make our job really, really easy, and we're so proud of them.
That's incredible. If people are thinking about hitting you guys up on social media, I understand that they could get a member of the band, or they could get one of you. Where's the best place for people to hit up the Kid Brothers?
Oh, always for sure. Just DM any social media platform. The boys are on the Kid Brothers on all platforms. So the way we manage our social media is all the boys have logins to our social media. So when messages come in, most of them, they're for them. They'll respond, and they'll respond with a video, usually, to let the fans know that it's actually them.
Really them.
Oh, that's really cool.
Instead of just typing a message, they usually just do a quick selfie,
Yeah.
hair up and messy hair, and just woke up, and it doesn't matter. They'll do a little video and send it. If the messages are for us, like let's say it's a booking or something, they'll let us know, and then we'll respond.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we like to keep it as organic as possible, and we like to share our wins, we like to share our struggles, we like to share pretty much everything because it's real.
Yeah.
We don't, you know, there's too much fluff out there, and until they really learn like and see the struggles, and the wins and even the downfalls. They keeping it as organic as possible has always been like something that TKB is like very proud of. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I know you don't take the time to sit down often. I know that you usually hang out behind the camera while the boys are in front of the camera. But thanks for taking the time. Thanks for the trust. And thanks for giving us TKB and for supporting the band and for bringing him to us today.
Thank you.
We've got more from the Kid Brothers up next.
It's a sunrise when those brown eyes, you're the one that I desire. When we wake up, yeah, then we make up. You make me feel so alive. You're my water when I'm stuck in the desert. You're my Tylenol I take when my head hurts. You're the sunshine of my life. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. I know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I'll follow, no matter how far. If life was a movie, then you're the best part. Best part. Oh, if you love me, won't you say something, baby? Oh, if you love me, won't you? Come on. Oh, if you love me, won't you say something, baby? Oh, if you love me, won't you? Love me, won't you? If you love me, won't you say something, baby? Oh, if you love me, won't you? Yeah, yeah. Won't you say something, baby? Oh, if you love me, won't you? Love me, won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? Yeah. Oh, if you love me, won't you say, baby? If you love me, won't you say something, baby? Oh, if you love me, won't you say? Oh, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah.
That's our show. We'd like to thank TKB and their parents.
We'd also like to thank all of these incredible folks behind the camera and you at home for watching. Stay tuned for much more here from Dallas Music Network. Where can people find us?
They can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. They can find us on just about every platform there is, and our website, dallasmusicnetwork.com.
You heard it here first, so be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to us on all of your favorite social media platforms. We can't wait to see you right back here for brand new episodes of The Spotlight, brought to you by a generous gift from
Okay, Chris, I hear ya.
That's kind of funky over this.
That's how TKB does it, though. That's how TKB does it.
Okay, Chris, I like that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna teach y'all something real quick. All the people at home, it's real easy to do. I'm gonna count down.
I gotta do some
1, 2, 3. Huh. Oh, okay. Come on. This is how TKB does it, baby. Okay, so have you ever been with a player? I'll take you downtown where they treat me like the mayor. Take you to the crib, we can take it upstairs.
What's up, Sam?
butterfly in every single track. When the only language that I speak, yo, is facts. So once I spit this game to you, I ain't get it back. Home and nigga from a 1977 Monte Carlo. Hard act to follow. It's showtime, trying to boo you up like it's the Apollo. You are vicious, looking down on business. You and me together.
If you like what you see, please help us continue to bring great programming to the community with your tax-deductible donation. Donate on our website at dallasmusicnetwork.com. Or to find out more information on how to become a sponsor, email beverly@dallasmusicnetwork.com. Thank you for tuning into The Spotlight, presented by Dallas Music Network.